Alrighty, we continue inside the New Orleans Convention Center. Zach Gelb here with you on Radio Row, getting you set for the big game, Super Bowl 59 between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. And now joining us, one of the best pass rushers in the NFL, here today on behalf of PNG, Battle of the Paddles. That is the star of the Dallas Cowboys in Micah Parsons. Micah, appreciate the time. Good to see you. How you been?
Hey, I appreciate you. I'm doing great.
So tell me what you're doing. I know that this has been going on for the last few years, but tell me a little bit about PNG Battle of the Paddles.
Well, PNG reached out, obviously knowing my family background. I know I got kids and, they serve me up a butt whooping every day. So what do we need? A lot of bounty, a lot of tide, especially on the clothes because they spill it everywhere. But, they're doing a great bundle deal. They're giving $10 off by spending $50 or more on PNG products like Bounty, Swiffer, and Tide. A great event. And then on top of that, there's a huge table tennis tournament where I show why I'm the best in the business off the field also.
Well, unbelievable stuff. We'll talk more about that. PNG Battle of the Paddles. Micah Parsons is here with us. Hey, I'm most intrigued to get your reaction on this Luka Doncic trade. I know you talk all things, not just NFL. When you saw that the other day, what was your first reaction to seeing Luka get traded to the Lakers?
And my mouth dropped. And I got scared myself. I said, am I the next person in Dallas? Because you really never know what happens. And obviously, I had the ankle thing this year, and I thought that was the reason why I thought it was so important to get back because your best ability is availability. And the fact that they didn't appreciate Luca for all he's done for them, taking them to a conference final. I would have, the finals and, doing all he did and being a five-time all NBA just wasn't enough. And I think that's extremely disappointing. I think when you invest in a player, and he's showing you so much love and did so much for your program, you would think the loyalty is still right there back. And obviously, you see in these sports it isn't. So it's super frustrating and sad. It makes you sad.
Well, you got 1 year left on your deal. Do you think the loyalty will be there for you? Do you expect to get something done with the Cowboys this
So
offseason?
I will hope so.
So there's no trade request coming from you. I know, right? People see Myles Garrett with the trade request the other day. People go, oh, I wonder if Micah's going to follow suit there.
No, I don't plan on following suit. As long as I get a deal done, I think I'll be pretty happy.
What were your thoughts, by the way, when you saw Myles Garrett request a trade the other day?
Am I surprised? Yeah, because how long he's been in Cleveland for this title for Cleveland. But I'm afraid a player of his caliber may have maxed out what he's done. He still has no quarterback. Their money's tied up. He deserves more guaranteed money. His money's there. So either they extend him and give him the money he deserves, or let one of the best rushers in the world move on.
What
I
would
think he deserves at a contending team.
what would your pitch be? Because we see a lot of dynamic wide receivers duos in this league. How about dynamic pass rushers? Imagine Myles on one side, Micah on the other side. That would really be something in Dallas.
It'll just be a race to who gets 20 sacks. I think he knows the caliber player I am. But I don't know if we can afford to pay two top end rushers.
You got to take care of yourself first. Micah Parsons here with us. How about this Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Obviously, you know both teams well. You got the Chiefs, who are the standard in the NFL, and the Eagles, arguably the most talented team in the league. What do you think's going to happen on Sunday?
Oh man, it's gonna be a great game, but at the end of the day, I'm always gonna take the champs, man. I'm gonna keep riding with them. There's been a lot of three-peats in history, and they seem to always come true. So I'm gonna take on this three-peat.
What's your view, by the way, of Jalen Hurts as a quarterback? Because sometimes when it comes to Jalen, people go, "Oh, he's good, but he's got Saquon, he's got AJ Brown, he's got Devontae Smith, he's got Dallas Goddard, a great offensive line." Your view of Jalen Hurts as a QB is what?
I mean, all those things is true, but that's what good GMs do. They put you around great talent. It just shows you how good Howie is and what he's willing to do to win. I don't think as a GM, you say, "Hey, I paid this quarterback money, and let me make my quarterback jobs harder because he got all this money." No, you say, "All right, I paid my quarterback money to win games, and Jalen found ways to win games. He's a winner. You can't take that away from him. And, he's surviving in this league." But yeah, I think all can be true. He is good, but he's not elite like the Patrick Mahomes and the Josh Allens. But he also has a little bit more help than them too. So that just all goes to the GM work.
How far are you guys away? Because I know you guys made the playoffs the last 3 years, right? 12-win seasons. And then this year, a lot of injuries. The carpet kind of came out from underneath you. I know there's a lot of changes in Dallas right now, but the state of the Cowboys is kind of what maybe getting back to the postseason in your view.
Oh man, I think it's right there. I think it's right there. We just got to go win games, get healthy, and get ready to attack and play good football.
Micah Parsons here with us. How was the reaction with Brian Schottenheimer getting announced as new head coach?
It was exciting, man. You let everyone kind of digest, but yeah, it'll be good.
What do you want to see out of the defense for next year? Like, if you're saying, "Hey, this is my message on what I want to see for the defense," it's what this upcoming year, Micah.
Oh man, let's just keep, start how we finish. Play
Okay.
aggressive, play downhill, keep attacking, and we're gonna do a lot of good things.
How would you describe playing for Jerry Jones? Just wondering, because we talk so much about Jerry, and so much gets said about Jerry. Jerry says a lot. As a player, your view of Jerry Jones as an owner in this league is what?
Yeah, you people get confused with Jerry Jones. I think he's one of the best owner and GMs out there when it comes to his intelligence, what he can offer you on the field, but not just on the field, but off the field. I think he's an extraordinary man. He's a very wise man, and I think everything he does have purpose, and you kind of just gotta let him prove his way.
Wrapping up with Micah Parsons, PNG Battle of the Paddle. So last year when we had you on set at Radio Row, we asked you for your top five pass rushers, and that kind of made the rounds and had a lot of reaction on social media. I'm just curious right now, who are the top five pass rushers, pure pass rushers in the league, in your opinion?
I would say, myself, Miles Garrett, um, man, uh, honestly, Danielle Hunter. Um, I think Trey Hendrickson had another really good year. And man, I'm gonna leave somebody else because I'm really not thinking.
Still not TJ Watt?
No, no.
Why is that? Can you explain that to me? That's the one thing I don't get. I love your takes. I know you do a great job with the podcast. You're very entertaining. This whole thing with TJ Watt, what's going on there? Because it makes no sense to me how he isn't a top five pure pass rusher in the league, in your opinion.
Okay, look what you just said. You said a pure pass rusher.
Okay.
If you look at what I do, you look at what Miles do. We all move around. I play right, left. I play right tackle. I play nose. I play left guard, right guard. Everyone kind of finds their way. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, if you're talking about pure pass rushers, there's about a few of us that's probably in the league of our own, and everyone else is just pretty much high-end rushers. They don't got versatility. They don't, move around. They don't create matchup. You look at pass rush percentages. I've been one of the best pass rushers who came into the league since I came into the league. When now, quick hurries, like you don't really see that from those type of guys. They live on cover sacks. When I live on win right now, let me disrupt the quarterback. QB hits, and I'm not saying anything's bad with that. TJ has over 106 multi-defensive player of the year, and he's going
Led
to
the
be
league in sacks 3 years too.
yeah, he's going to be a Hall of Famer one day. But what I say where the league's at now, pure pass rusher. I mean, come on, bro. I don't even think it's close.
All righty, we'll agree to disagree on that one. Before I let you run, you think Mike McCarthy will land on his feet somewhere next year?
Yeah, for sure. And by the way, before I say this too, when you guys ask these questions, you say pure pass rusher. I don't say like football player. Do I think he's a top five football player, defensive football player? Hell yeah. The way he creates turnovers, the things that he does on the field is unmatched. Creating six forced fumbles is, is great. I think he's a top five defensive football player, but pure pass rusher.
So what's your definition of a pure pass rusher then?
A pure pass rusher is a guy who just, rushes the quarterback, has moves, finesse, ability to create havoc onto the quarterback. When it's third and long, you're saying, all right, this guy is it. Now, when you talk about football players, I mean, now you're in a different discussion. Pure pass rushing is a singular part of a football game. It's a very singular. You know what I mean? Like you like it's very vindictive of what football actually is. But when you say a full guy that creates TFLs, which TJ Watt does, you know, creates forced fumbles, creates, knock back in the run game and does disruption a little bit in the pass game. Now you're saying gets his hands in the air and get PBUs. When you talk about football, I think he's one of the best football players to ever play football. But you guys just say a very singular part of what football is. I just say pure pass rusher. where I say he does all those great things, but he's probably not one of the top five pass rushers in the league, which is okay because you probably don't need him to because you got other great players in your team. But what he still adds in the pass rushing games helps of why he's such a great football player.
All righty, last thing for Micah Parsons, PNG Battle of the Paddles. Just what was it like to play for Mike McCarthy, and what do you think his NFL future is?
Mike is a great guy. It's no doubt in my mind he'll land on his feet again. And if it wasn't for the confusion in Dallas or the late chance at the coaching cycle of a lot of jobs, he'll land on his feet again. But I'm pretty sure he'll on his feet next year.
Were you kind of thinking to yourself, maybe, man, I kind of wish Belichick wasn't coaching at UNC because there was all those rumors about Belichick maybe joining the Cowboys.
Yeah, Belichick was available. It would have been great, but I think he's happy where he's at. He chose the college job for a reason. And I wish him nothing but the best.
All righty, Micah, we appreciate it once again. Micah Parsons here on behalf of PNG Battle of the Paddles. Always enjoy the time. Thank you.